Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by, y'all. We've got so much to do today, but hang on. Before we get into all that, y'all go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans, because before we do anything else, let me say that I hope that everybody who is in or has been in the path of the hurricane is safe and sound. I hope everything is okay. I know that we have many friends of the channel who are out, down that way. And I sincerely hope and pray that by the time y'all see this, the storm has petered out to nothing. But right now, I believe she's still causing havoc. So I hope everybody is well, is safe, is hunkered down, and everything is good. My people are good. I believe it is past all of my people. So I hope the same is true of you and your people. So now let's get on with it. Y'all, you can see it is a lovely day here in the Northland. Let's see if we can see this tree. I'm obsessed, completely ensorcelled by this tree. I don't think you're going to be able to see it when we drove by it, and the sun is not helping us any at all. But anyway, it is a lovely day here in the Northland. We got to run oot and a boot, do a couple of errands. I need to run to Kohl's because, y'all, I got some Amazon returns. And you know, the days of slapping a sticker on the Amazon return and dropping it at the UPS in many cases are long past. I do have one thing that I have to go to the UPS, but lots of times when I go to return stuff, they're like, oh, sure, you can return it. Give us $1 and we'll send you a sticker and you can return it, or you can drop it off at the Kohl's. So I'm going to Kohl's. I have like 4 things that have to go to Kohl's, and then one thing that's got to go to the UPS, because the UPS thing was all big and bulky. And I think they thought if they made me have to take it apart and put it in a box, I would say, oh, forget it, I'll just keep it. No, I took that thing apart and stuck it. Well, the intern took it apart and then I crammed it in the box. So we got to do that. We got to go pick up some groceries, but y'all, we ain't going to the Walmart. We got to go to the Aldi's. So I got to go to the Aldi's and I just got to pick up an order. I'm not like going inside and shopping, because y'all know what happens when I go inside and shop. So I got to do the drop off. I got to do the pickup. It's just a little pickup. I might show y'all what we get, but it's not gonna be like a whole haul thing. So we'll do that. And then I need to like stretch. I know, fill in the blanks. I need to do a workout. I need to do PT and something else. And then we're going to make something. And I'm a little nervous about what we're going to make. So tell you what, y'all don't need to run all over town with me, because there's really nothing interesting going on here. So let me run and do my things. And then if anything interesting happens, I'll come back and tell you. But if not, then I'll just meet y'all back at the house and we can... Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll show you what we get. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to do, but I got to do this and then I'll meet y'all back at the house. All right, so I'll see you back there. All right, y'all, let's hurry up and do the world's smallest grocery haul so I can put this stuff up and I'm going to do PT for sure, and I might lift some weights. So I'm either going to show y'all the PT or the lifting of the weights, but definitely not both. So first, we got to do these groceries. So let me show you what I got. I got some Egg Life wraps. Y'all know how we love these. These are 0 points. I got the garden salsa variety, and I feel like there's a flavor of these that's not 0 points. So every time I get them, I check the points just to make sure. These are 0 points. So I got some of these. I got some gum. Got some avocados. Y'all remember I got the frozen avocado, which I have in the freezer. And it's not bad. It's kind of good. I mean, it's frozen avocado. So I've used it in salad. And well, I used it in something that I'll tell you about in a little while. But I got it because for a little minute there, I couldn't find fresh avocados. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just wasn't going to the right places. But now that I found fresh avocados, I got fresh avocados. And I'm glad that I found the frozen stuff as a backup. Do y'all know that avocados either used to be called, or like as a slang, are called alligator pears? I'd never heard that before. I saw it in a lesson that I taught, and now I can't stop thinking about it. So I got some alligator pears. I know, more random stuff for me to talk about. That's what we need. I got some more I got the little bell peppers this time, or whatever kind of peppers these are. the little mini peppers. And again, you'll see why we needed those in a little minute. I got an onion because we always need an onion. I'm moving stuff and now I'm getting all out of order. Y'all, we need poblano peppers. I couldn't find those. So I got Anaheim peppers because here's my logic. I really don't know anything about poblano peppers and I don't know anything about Anaheim peppers. So I figured they're interchangeable, right? Stop it. We're going to make something with those in a little minute. I got the 45 calorie a slice bread. This isn't the one we usually get, but it's from, I almost said Costco, not Costco, Aldi. This is the Aldi order. So, you know, you got to get what they have. I got bananas because we always need bananas because I've been eating a lot of bananas lately. I got corn because we're going to use corn. Even though I have frozen corn and canned corn, I bought some more corn anyway. Some of this stuff. So, you know, I did the grocery order and picked it up instead of actually going in and getting my own groceries. So I tried to get, you know, those little Mad Mini ice cream sandwiches that the intern likes, and they have like the mint ones that are called mint minis. Well, I ordered those, but these got subbed for them. So we got actual 130 calorie per sandwich ice cream sandwiches. So what are you going to do? Got those. I was finally going to try chicken sausage. You know what? I think we've done chicken sausage before, the natural whatever. So I ordered that, but they gave me never any, which is never any antibiotics, no hormones. Y'all, when I saw this, it said vegetarian diet, and I was like, how can a vegetarian eat chicken sausage? I know, like I really truly thought that. Not that the chickens are vegetarians, but I know. And see, this is why I can't shop for my own groceries. So this is not the brand that I ordered. This is not the flavor that I ordered. And these are way more calories. I think this is like 5 points per link. So we might or might not eat these. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If we don't eat them, we'll like send them over to the intern's sisters and she can feed them to her sons because they're boys and they eat anything and they burn calories like nothing. So that'll all be good. So that's those. And I'm trying not to rattle. Y'all know I eat the cherry berry blend for my breakfast. Well, I usually get it at Walmart. I don't know that I've ever tried theirs, but it's cheaper per ounce at Aldi than at Walmart. So if it's good, then maybe we'll get it here instead of there from now on. So I think that's everything. So I'll tell you what, let me go do some stuff. I'm actually starting to feel, well, okay, I shouldn't say that. Today, I feel significantly better than I have felt in a while with this whole leg hip thing going on. And y'all, I bought a new office chair, which I'm not going to drag you upstairs and show you, but I've had just one of those standard like leathered, you know, like plush. I don't know why I'm doing, like this is the chair, like the chair shape. And I just felt like every time I sit down when, you know, because it's my SI joint and something else like, why am I showing y'all like you don't know what a behind looks like? Like the back top of my hip, it's back there that hurts. And literally when I sit down, when my bottom makes contact with something, it hurts. So, and like when my legs bend to sit in that chair, it hurts. So I was like, I wonder if I get a chair that's more open. So like because my legs bend at like a 90-degree angle in that chair. Because y'all, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm kind of a bear of not very much stature. I'm 5'2"3/4". So like I wear high heels, which make me taller, but they don't make me taller like from here to here. So chairs really don't fit me. And so like a big office chair like that that's made for like regular size people makes my legs bend kind of funny. So I was wondering if that was compressing my hip and like making it not heal as quickly as it could. Because when I stand up from sitting in that chair, and maybe it's just any chair, but when I stand up from sitting in that big leather chair, like I get up like this, like, and I hobble about until like I finally, you know, kind of work the whole thing out. So I bought this, I mean, relatively, because office chairs are expensive. So I bought this relatively cheapy drafting chair. So it goes up super high, which is nice because I have a standing desk. So I can like adjust my desk to stand or sit. So I have the chair at the highest height, so my legs are kind of more like extended when I sit in it, and I can stand up easily with my desk, just adjust my desk a little bit, so I'm more likely to stand and sit when I'm working than just sit all the time in that big leather chair. I know that was a very long discussion about nothing, but the point was, for the first time today, like my leg still is uncomfortable, but I feel like I'm starting to feel better. So I'm going to go do my physical therapy. I'm maybe going to do a little arm workout, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to y'all about what I've been cooking for dinner this week. That's our conversation today. And then we're going to make something that I'm equally excited and horrified about what we're going to make, because y'all, my right hand to Jesus, I have not made this. Like, I did not do like a dry run this week to make sure it wasn't gross. We are going commando on this. We are jumping in together to see how this comes out. So let me do my workout. I'll come back. We'll talk about some stuff I've been cooking, and then we're going to make this. So y'all sit tight and I'll be back. Or no, you know what? Y'all go do something. Get up, move around, run after a kid, do something, and meet me back here in a little while. All right, so I'll be back.
Charlotte, you're getting the hang of it. Look at you now, you're doing it. Charlotte, brave enough to admit what you want from the moment. So keep going, kid. The world may not have noticed yet, but I did. Charlotte, it's been a hard month. Noises in the night, we all slept rough. Charlotte, it's beautiful, isn't it? The moon on the rooftops, the silver light drips, sweet dreams.
All right, I'm definitely going to file that under feeling better but not great. I might end up sitting down. We'll see how this goes. But so I noticed, I don't know how, but let me just show y'all this, just to get this out of the way. Can y'all see that? Looks like I got bit in the neck by a vampire. So did you see it? So I should not be allowed around myself with any sort of like hot appliance of any sort. And y'all have seen this before. I've done this to myself on multiple occasions. I cannot, and it's always this side. I was going to say this side of this neck, like I have more than one neck. But when I'm straightening my hair, I don't know, I get to not paying attention. I'm listening to a book or listening to news or something and get to not paying attention. And I'll go to grab the hair and hit my neck with the thing. So yeah, I look like I got gnawed on by, I asked the intern that, I'm like, do I look like I got bitten by a vampire? He's like, no, you look like you went after yourself with some kind of iron thing. Can we pretend I look like I got bitten by a vampire? Anyway, so when I was working out, I don't know if I was moving my hair or what I was doing, but now I keep touching it, which isn't helping. Anyhow, let's get on with this. So I can't get comfortable, and there's a dog under my feet. My goal this week has been to actually cook dinner, which I know y'all are like, that's like a normal people thing, to like cooking and eating food. That's normal. That's what people do. I know. But here's what we do. So the intern, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but the intern's job is not like a sit at a desk, have like a standard, you do this until this time, and then you eat lunch, and then you do this afterwards kind of job. He is very like up and about and goes and does stuff, and he can get a little distracted and forget to eat. So sometimes he eats lunch at like 4:30 in the afternoon. I've told y'all about that. He'll come home and be like, oh, I just had a double Whopper with cheese. I'm not hungry for dinner. So sometimes he eats lunch. Sometimes he eats lunch late. Sometimes he just makes really bad choices. And so he'll eat, a very large lunch and not be hungry for dinner. My schedule varies just depending on what I have to do in a day, or like if I end up working out late and don't finish riding the bike until like 3:30 in the afternoon, I can't ride on like a full stomach. So I'll not eat until after I ride. So sometimes it's hard for us, it's always hard for us to coordinate like what we're going to eat when, because I just don't know who's going to be hungry when. But that's been my goal this week, is to at least have, because like we don't even always have food choices around for, well, I do. Like I can always eat chicken in a can or something, but the intern either doesn't always have choices around, or sometimes not having food around allows him to make not the best choices, like to pick something up on the way home or to order a pizza or something. So I've been trying this week to do things that allow, I'm going to move y'all over there because I'm like turning, like throwing against my body or throwing across my body, if you know what I'm saying. All right, there we go. That's much better. So my goal has been to make things that like we can eat when they're done, but then that are also easy to sort of either eat later, like, you know, like make it and then whenever whoever's hungry, they can eat it, or heats up nicely, like that you can eat it out of the fridge. So my first thing, I think it was, well, it doesn't matter when it was. My first thing was I was going to make fajitas, because y'all remember I got those bell peppers. So not the ones I just got. The reason I just got bell peppers is because I cooked the other ones that I had. So I grilled-ish chicken. So the way that I make my fajitas, and y'all, this isn't how you're supposed to do it, but I thaw my chicken and then I grill it until it's almost done. So it's like a good slimy medium. And then, which I know chicken doesn't come in a medium, but it's like not quite turned in the middle. And then I slice it up, and I, of course, cut up my onions and bell peppers. So then nothing can be easy with me and the intern. The intern likes bell peppers, he doesn't like onions. And with things that I think he won't really eat, or maybe he'll just eat a bite or two, I'm just like, well, you can just pick out the onions. But if it's something, like I feel like it's that, I mean, that just is what it is. But I feel like if I'm making something for both of us, and it's something that I can cook, like part of it with onions and part of it without onions, or just leave the onions out altogether, I try to do that because I feel like it's kind of a jerk move to be like, just pick out the onions when I can not put the onions in. So when I cook our fajitas, I usually saute the onions first and then cook the peppers. Well, I did it backwards this time. I sauteed the peppers, then took them out of the pan, sauteed the onions, took those out of the pan, put the peppers back in, and then put in the chicken that I had sliced up and let that cook down a bit, because remember, the chicken was just a scotch underdone. I seasoned that up nice. So I make a homemade fajita seasoning, which we've made together before, but if y'all want to make it again, we can make it again because I'm almost out. So let me know and we can make that together if anybody cares. But so I put in my homemade fajita seasoning with a little bit of water, let that cook down good. And then I took out really most of it because the intern I knew would eat more than I would. And once I put in the onions, he wouldn't want to eat it. So I took out his part of the chicken and just peppers, and then threw in the onions, finished cooking it down, and then chicken fajita meat part was done. So I've told y'all this before. I buy these carb control tortilla, almost said burritos, no, tortillas. These are the only ones that I buy because the intern will eat them, and somehow, I don't know how, somehow I got them like over on him for a while. He didn't realize that they were the carb control ones. Well, then he saw the package one day and he was like, don't we have anything other than these carb control ones? And I was like, no, that's all we buy because you like them just fine. Just eat it. And which might have really been how I first got him to eat it, was I was like, you always eat those, just eat it. And then he ate it and he was fine because they just taste like tortillas. So anyway, once again last night, he goes digging. Daisy just yelled at me for fooling her daddy. I know it's not right, but they're better for him. So last night he went digging through the tortillas, and don't we have any regular tortillas? We just have those, just eat them. So he made himself fajitas with tortillas, just regular fajitas. I, one, did not want to mess with all that, and two, I wanted just like, here's your dinner, eat it and you're done, shut up and go do your work. So I had the fajita, the onions and peppers and chicken, but I made myself a pot of rice, which I keep rice and black beans around anyway, and it was time to make some more rice. So I took half a cup of rice, put it in a dish, put my fajita chicken and onions and peppers over that, dumped black beans over it, and y'all, it was so good. And then I had thawed out some of that frozen avocado, dumped that in there, so good. Now again, I don't know if I actually finished saying this before, but I don't know that the frozen avocado is good enough to eat just plain, like just avocado on a plate with some soy sauce on it or like salt and olive oil or something, but it was fine in that. And I also had it in a salad and it was good in that. So if you're mixing it into something, I think it's fine, especially if you can't find fresh avocados and that's all you can find, it's definitely fine for that. But it was good with the black beans and rice and the chicken fajita stuff, very good. And y'all, that whole thing, the only points in it was 3 points for the rice because I had half a cup of rice. Now, if I was really hungry, y'all know I'd have thrown 2 pieces of toast on that, 2 more points, 5 points, half a cup of rice, black beans, chicken, onions, peppers, and 2 pieces of bread for 5 points. Yes, please. But I was stuffed with just the rice and black beans and chicken and peppers and onions. So I was good to go with that. The intern enjoyed his fajitas. He stopped fussing about the carb control torts and he ate all of his chicken and peppers, but we have some leftover of my ones. And now that he will, like if he goes in to get that, he'll just pick the chicken and peppers out of it, leave the onions because somebody's going to come by and eat just a bag of onions. No, they're not. But so he'll eat those leftovers because it's easy to pick it apart when it's leftover and cold. So that was fabulous. If I'd have made more chicken, because I only did 2 like regular sized chicken breasts, if I'd have made more chicken, we could definitely have gotten a couple of meals out of that, but I didn't. What I did do though is I had already chopped up the peppers and onions. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and make some meatballs. And I wish I'd had hamburger, but I didn't. So I just made turkey stuff. So I diced up the rest of those bell peppers and just probably like a good third of an onion because I didn't use quite the rest of that other half. So over a quarter of an onion anyway, some onion. So I diced up bell pepper and onion. And so I took the diced bell pepper and onion, sauteed that with a bunch of garlic. Set that aside. I got my pound of ground turkey, threw that in a bowl, dumped that sauteed mess in it, the not finely, but like small diced onions, bell peppers with the garlic, which I had sauteed, dumped that into the turkey with an egg. And I take 1 tablespoon of breadcrumbs and mix it with probably about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of plain, unsweet almond milk. Mix that up with the breadcrumbs and then dump it in to the turkey mixture. Because I've found that if you mix it up, that the breadcrumbs like sort of get incorporated better and they don't clump up when you go to mush it all together. So turkey, I seasoned my turkey. I forgot to tell you that. I put that anything but the kitchen sink seasoning on my turkey and then dumped the sauteed vegetables on it, threw in an egg, threw in the breadcrumbs, and then just mushed it up really well, like get it good and mixed up. And then I just scooped that out by the tablespoon. I have a tablespoon scooper. Scoop that out by the tablespoon for my meatballs. Cook that in the air fryer at 350 for, I don't know, maybe 6-ish minutes. Keep an eye on it. I roll mine over once and then let it finish cooking. So I did 12 meatballs. And then the rest of the stuff I made into patties. And those I'll just keep in, I didn't even serve those as a meal. I'll just keep those in the fridge. I'll snack on the meatballs. And if I want to make a quick meal, I can take one of those turkey, I just call them meat patties because it's really like, it's almost like a turkey meatloaf patty, but I can take that and heat it up and put it on like one of those like carb control rolls on some bread. Or what I really like to do is black beans and rice, go figure. But to do some black beans and rice, do one of those patties and some corn. Super filling, so good. And again, the only points are the rice because no points for the turkey, no points for the black beans, no points for the corn. So that's a really good, really filling meal. and it's already done in the fridge. All I got to do is heat it up. So I made those. And y'all know how I love frozen fish fillet things. So I cooked up some of those. I thawed out some salmon fillets and some tilapia fillets and a bunch of shrimp. And hang on. I've shown y'all this, right? Have I shown y'all this? Mine's getting kind of old and beat up. I need a new one. The snaps are busted, but it's like an envelope thing that you can put stuff in and you close it up and you can grill in it. I use this all the time for cooking shrimp on the grill. So that's what I did. I just dumped probably a pound of shrimp in here, and I don't think I seasoned it at all. I threw a little bit of olive oil in it just to get it moving around. But so I threw my shrimp in there and then some tin foil with a little bit of olive. I was trying to think if I used olive oil or toasted sesame oil. I used olive oil. So tin foil on the grill with a little bit of olive oil. And I did my salmon first because it's thick. So I stuck my salmon out there. And y'all, I cheat. I should be embarrassed. But when I get this, so the salmon that I buy at Walmart, the frozen salmon, sometimes like some of them, you can buy the ones either that have the skin on them or the ones that don't. Well, when it has the skin on it, I should not even tell y'all this. This is probably so country. When I cook it on the tin foil on the grill like that, I start it with the skin side down and I don't spray the tin foil because once it starts cooking, and especially since salmon's a bit oily, the skin sticks. So embarrassed. The skin sticks to that tin foil, but the oil in the flesh of the fish makes it release from the skin. So when you go to flip it to finish cooking it, the skin stays stuck to the tin foil. So you don't have to worry about like peeling this. Because I don't know if you're supposed to eat that skin, but I do not eat that. I think that's yucky. No offense if you eat it, I just don't. So yeah, so the skin just stays stuck to the tin foil. You can flip your fish and be all good. So anyway, I know, let's move on. So I started my salmon first and then sprayed the tin foil. I think I might even have put a little more oil down. Put the tilapia on there. Now that cooks fast. So let the salmon cook a little bit with the shrimp already going. Closed the grill, went back, put the tilapia on, closed the grill, came back, done. And now I've got fish for dinner. So I had the salmon that night, like as soon as it was done, because it looked so good. So I had one of the salmons with rice and black beans. And I might have had some avocado that night too. I can't remember. But the intern was out. He was working late. I don't know what he was off gallivanting. I don't know what he was doing. But he actually ended up eating some of the other piece of salmon later that night. And now I've got tilapia in there. I think we're going to make tilapia. I don't know if they're burritos or tacos or what they are, but I think that's what we're going to have for dinner tonight. But we're going to make something. We are going to make something. We'll see how this goes. So, but yeah, so those were our cooking adventures this week. And y'all, it went really well. It was easy for me to throw those things together because they were so quick. And then we had food, like, there wasn't the stress of me being like, well, dinner's going to be ready at such and such a time. Where are you? Are you going to be home? Are you hungry? It was just like, there's food here that you like and I like. And when you get home, you can eat or you cannot eat. And it's all good. Like whoever wants to eat, just eat. So whoever, there's two of us. I know. So that's that. Y'all, let's talk about what we're going to make. So hang on, let me find the recipe. I found this on the interwebs. So it's garlicky smashed chickpeas with poblano and corn. I just think it sounds so good and it's so simple. Now I might like skip some of the cooking so y'all don't have to sit there and watch me just like cook stuff. But I'm really, and y'all are like, dude, you don't have poblanos. You have those Anaheim peppers. I know. No, I know. Okay, all right. So it's going to be garlicky smashed chickpeas with Anaheims and corn. So let's get started. I want to do two things with this. One I think is going to be really good. The other is either going to be brilliant or it is going to be gag worthy. So I might do a little warning, like just drop a little gag warning if it turns out that it's gross. but the first one I think is going to be good. So let me get us set up over there because I need, well, if you watched the video that I put up Friday, it goes up today is Friday. It just went up. If you saw that video, you know that I struggle with second cameras. So, or, filming anything else other than like right here talking to Utes. So let me get over there. Let me get the other camera set up and we'll get to cooking. All right. So y'all meet me over there. Y'all, you can probably tell from the fact that my face is watering and leaking that I just had to saute an onion. So we're going to start off with some sauteed onion and Anaheim pepper, which is supposed to be poblano. I'm going to continue to say that. But other than that, we're mostly following the recipe. Let me turn you all this way. There we go. So you do olive oil. You're supposed to use a lot of olive oil in this. I'm probably not going to use that much olive oil. So I'm going to start, I think I'll start with the pepper. I tasted it. Look, so here's the sauteed or the sliced up pepper. I tasted it. It really just tastes like a very bell pepper, like a really strong bell pepper flavor. So I'm going to saute these and I'll be back. Oh yeah, that smells a whole lot like just a bell pepper. Sorry, I forgot we're doing this together. So now I'm going to dump in some corn. So I've sauteed my onions and not poblano peppers. And I say sauteed, I used a little olive oil in the beginning, but then I just added water a little bit to dissipate the heat because I didn't want to keep adding oil to it. So now I'm going to dump in some corn. I'm going to let that cook down just a couple of minutes because I think it's supposed to be fresh corn and I used frozen corn. So one, it needs to thaw, and then two, it needs to get tender. So I'm going to let that work its magic. All right. Here's where I start to get a little bit nervous. So the onions and peppers and corn are sauteed. Now we got to take these off, put them in a bowl, like set them aside in a bowl, and work with our chickpeas. So let me dump this and I'll be back. All right, so that's dumped. And I think I didn't clean the pan, because I think I want that flavor. So I'm adding a little more olive oil, which I know you can't see because it is off the heat. Because I don't want it to be too hot when I dump these chickpeas in. So it's supposed to be 2 cans of chickpeas, but y'all, I don't want to make that big of a commitment. So we're supposed to mash the chickpeas with the back of a spoon until they're chunky. That's not mashing at all. All right, hang on. Might need to alter this plan a little bit. Oh, I know what I want to do. Wonder if I need to cook them a little. Ooh. All right, that might or might not have mashed these. I feel like they're a little mashed. Now we have to cook them. I'm gonna put in some more olive oil in these because we have to cook them until they're crispy about the edges. And it says 7 or 8 minutes. I'm a little trepidatious about that, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna put some olive oil in these. And I'm going to monitor them closely while they cook. Oh, I forgot to say, we're supposed to add some more salt. Oh, they're getting crispy about the edges. Can y'all see that? It's very tasty. All right, now we add a little garlic. That might have been a lot of garlic. I cut the heat back because we still want this to cook a little bit, but Lord have mercy, we do not want to scald the garlic. And if you have ever scalded garlic, you know exactly why. Y'all, I can't help it. I'm going to put just a touch of water in here. I was trying not to. You can't hear me. Oh, that smells so good. Are y'all thinking this is looking a little dicey? I know. I know. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, that smells good. All right. I think we're about there. So now, we're really not done yet. So now, I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to, couldn't find my pan. Spray my egg pan. I think I just sprayed my dog. All right, I put in just the tiniest touch of butter. I lost my towel. All right, here we go. I'm debating. I'm really not a mushy yolk kind of girl, but certain circumstances, you got to go with the mushy yolk. So, oh, almost got the flip, y'all. All right, I'm not going to let this go very long. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to, y'all, I'm really squeegee about slimy eggs. All right, I'm going to kill that heat. So here's what we have to do. Let me take that off the heat. So let me grab a bowl. And so here's our corn and stuff. So we take chickpeas, they go in the bottom. And then we take some of the corn and stuff. Scoop that on it. And then egg. All right. Let me move us. Now I probably could have done like a bigger base of the whole thing, but here's what we got. So let me move us over there and we're going to try this and then we're going to try something else, but like with this same stuff. So let's go over there. All right, let's get after this, y'all. Let me take this off of me. Let me say, before I dive into this, I have grand hopes and high expectations for this. Because I like chickpeas, I love garlic, I like peppers and onions and corn. So let's, oh my God. I probably should have gotten some bread. I think this is going to be good. Y'all remember back when I was really trying to do, like, get my protein up, I would do, black beans and rice and corn and some kind of meat like ground turkey or something with an egg like this on it and eat that. So I'm going to eat this. It's going to be fine. Here we go. Got some egg. We got some stuff. Oh my gosh, it's hot. It actually looks really nice. If it's gross, we're going to try it again, but with an actual poblano pepper. Unless it's, well, we'll see. Hang on. It's a little strange, but really good. Here's what we should have done. I should have, you know, when we make hummus, we cook our chickpeas. I should have boiled those chickpeas a little bit to get them tender and then mashed them, like legit mashed them, and then put them in the pan. Because that's the only thing that's really a little weird. Even the egg isn't weird. As much as I was trying to be freaked out about the egg, even the egg isn't weird. But the only thing that's a little bit weird is that the chickpeas, and I could feel it when I was mashing them, they really didn't mash up very well. Yeah, they're like full-on still chickpeas. But the taste, it's really nice. Like the taste is very good. I'm going to take one more big bite. And then, because I can't just go with the wind, we got to try something else. Other than that, the chickpeas could be a little more done. Let me show you what else we're going to try. Y'all hang on a second. We're going to see if we can't make a cottage cheese bowl out of this. Now, I'm vacillating because I definitely want to try. Hang on. Let me get this. I'll be right back. Hang on. So I did chickpeas with the corn and onion and pepper mixture. So you know what? I'm just going to mix that up. So let's first do just a good dollop of cottage cheese. Because Joan, was it you? Somebody was talking about savory cottage cheese bowls. I believe it was Joan. So y'all, this is savory. And I don't know how y'all feel about onions for breakfast, but I'm fine. I just had an inspiration. I don't know if y'all saw that, but hang on. All right, let's try this. But let me finish that thought. So I don't know how y'all feel about onions for breakfast, but I'm fine with them. So I think if this isn't gross, this might be a good idea for a breakfast burrito bowl. No, what are you saying? A breakfast cottage cheese bowl. I'm outside my mind right now. I'm so excited by this. It is good. It is good, my friends. Oh, you know what? That's really good. Hang on. I'm going to mix some more stuff in there. It's going to be really good cooking the chickpeas more. I'll tell you what. I bet you could maybe cook them in the pan like that. I was too excited to get the whole thing done, so I got antsy. And probably this doesn't look pretty. I'm not going to show you all that. Well, I will. I mean, good Lord, I showed you the vampire bite on my neck. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Check mark. Should we try cottage cheese in the one with the egg? Is that just too gross, you think? I tell you what, let's do this. I'm going to put a little bit of the egg one in a bowl with a bite of cottage cheese. I don't know why I feel like that will be less gross. You know why? Because I make things up as I go along. A little cottage cheese. Put a little bagel in there. It's not even weird and slimy. And y'all, when I say I have no tolerance for weird slimy eggs, I'm talking with my mouth full. I have no tolerance for weird slimy eggs. Speaking of talking with your mouth full, I had a student show up for an English class, like a class to learn to speak English, with his mouth full and continued to think he was going to continue to eat all through my class. I was like, boy, swallow what you have in your mouth and stop eating. We're supposed to be speaking English. Stop it. Anyway, so I know better than to speak with my mouth full. That's really good. So this is good with just the egg, because I guess it like absorbs up all the slimy. Because y'all, if you give me a slimy egg like that on a plate, no thank you. But like on stuff, it's good. So that was good. All of these, mind you, the caveat is we just need to cook the chickpeas a little more. So that was good. The stuff, now I feel like I have food in my teeth because anything but the bagel has poppy seeds, so sorry in advance. The stuff, like just the stuff in cottage cheese, good. The stuff with the egg and cottage cheese, good. So y'all, we have found something new to like. I wonder if it's going to be even better if I ever actually find a poblano pepper. Inquiring minds, we will find out. All right, that's it, y'all. I got to get out of here and clean up all of this stuff. So, as always, y'all, in the comments, let us know what you're up to. What have you been eating? What have you been making for dinner? And specifically, what kind of things do you make for dinner when you're not sure exactly who's going to be around or what time you need to have it ready for service? Let us know in the comments. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it through this whole adventure, we are definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.